Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome back to Formula Amateur, where today we are continuing the theme of Formula E by talking all about the rookie sessions, rookie tests, women's tests, Evo sessions. We're talking all about that so far this season, so let's get into it, shall we? So we'll start in a chronological order, starting with the women's test, which actually was a pre-season test, and this was the second year where they decided to do this, as currently there are no drivers on the grid in Formula E that are women, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't get the opportunity to at least try out the sport. But I do believe there have been female drivers in Formula E in the past. So the drivers for Porsche were Janina Schall and Gabriela Jolkova. For Jaguar, it was Jamie Chadwick and Juju Noda. For Nissan, it was Abby Pulling. For Mahindra was Chloe Chambers. For Cupra Cairo was Bianca Bustamante. For DS Penske was Lindsay Brewer and Jessica Edgar. For Andretti, it was Nerea Marti. For Envision was Alice Powell and Ella Lloyd. For Citroën was Tatiana Calderon, and for Lola Yamaha ABT was Marta Garcia. And what you'll find through all of these different sessions was that the participants in all of these sessions have been from all sorts of motorsport backgrounds, from Super Formula, Formula W, F1 Academy, past and present, regional formulas, all sorts, Formula 3, Formula 2, and some that have been in Formula 1 as well. So let's talk about how they all did. So in terms of who was the fastest during the pre-season testing, it was Chloe Chambers in first, Abby Pulling in second, Bianca Bustamante in third, Alice Powell in fourth, Ella Lloyd in fifth, Jamie Chadwick in sixth, Tatiana Calderon in seventh, Nerea Marti in eighth, Juju Noda in ninth, Marta Garcia in 10th, Gabriela Jolkova in 11th, Jessica Edgar in 12th, Janina Schall in 13th, and Lindsay Brewer in 14th. During the Miami E-Prix weekend, we had a rookie season session, a free practice rookie session, and for Porsche was a Hanken Guven, and I do apologise for any mispronunciations throughout this episode. For Jaguar was Alessandro Giusti, for Nissan was Abby Pulling and Gabriele Mini, for Mahindra was Chloe Chambers, for DS Penske was Nikita Bedrin, for Andretti was Dennis Hauger, for Envision was Zach O'Sullivan, for Citroën was Teo Pourchaire, for Cupra Cairo was Pepe Marti, and for Lola Yamaha ABT was Hugh Barter. And now let's talk about how fast they were during that session. So the fastest time was Zach O'Sullivan, followed by Teo Pourchaire in second, and Gabriele Mini in third, Pepe Marti in fourth, Nikita Bedrin in fifth, Alessandro Giusti in sixth, Dennis Hauger in seventh, and Hankan Guven in eighth, Hugh Barter in ninth, Chloe Chambers in 10th, and Abby Pulling in 11th. And now we'll be discussing the Formula Evo sessions, which is where content creators had the opportunity to drive Formula E cars. And unfortunately, I don't have the results for you, but we'll start off with the participants. So there were two teams. One was Senior Frogs and the other was Quick Stars. So for the Senior Frogs was the Burnt Chip for Jaguar, Bazinga for DS Penske, Will N.E. for Mahindra, Arthur TV for Envision, and Izzy Hammond for Lola. And then for Quick Stars was Kabi Lame for Nissan, Max Klemenko for Citroën, Stan Brownie for Andretti, Amelia Hartford for Porsche, and Juka for Cupra Cairo. And now let's go into how they qualified for the race, and it goes like this. In first was Bazinga with 1 minute 27.984, followed by Juka with 1 minute 28 and 055. Then in third was the Burnt Chip with 1 minute 28 and 425. In fourth was Wani with 1 minute 28 and 621. In fifth was Arthur TV with 1 minute 35 516. In sixth was Amelia Hartford with 1 minute 35 517. In seventh was Izzy Hammond with 1 minute 37 240. In eighth was Akari Lame with 1 minute 45 708. In ninth was Stan Brownie with 1 minute 48 728. And in 10th was Max Klemenko with 2 minutes 5 seconds and 191. And what I can tell you was for the wooden spoon race, which is whoever wins that race gets 5 points for their team, and whoever loses gets a wooden spoon. In that race it was the two slowest times, so Klemenko and Brownie. Klemenko won the wooden spoon and Brownie won the race. Izzy Hammond and Juka had crashes, so they could not carry on, and in the overall race it was the Burnt Chip who won, followed by Bazinga and Will N.E., and they were all on the same team for the Senior Frogs, and the Senior Frogs won 18 to Quickstars 5. And now onto the most recent rookie test, where we had that in Madrid last weekend. So for Andretti, the drivers were Freddie Slater and Callum Voisin. For Citroën was Teo Pourchaire and Joshua Dirksen. For Cupra Cairo was Bianca Bustamante and Kian Shields. For DS Penske was Daniel Kvyat and Nikita Bedrin. For Envision was Zach O'Sullivan and Ella Lloyd. For Jaguar was Juju Noda and Bryce Aaron. For Lola was Hugh Barter and Richard Vashaw. For Mahindra was Kush Maney and Teofil Nael. For Nissan was Victor Martins and Abby Pulling. And for Porsche was Ilya Weiss and Hanakan Guven. So now let's talk about how the session went for them. So the fastest time was by Nael, followed by in second with Bedrin. In third was Maney. In fourth was Martins. In fifth was Kvyat. In sixth was O'Sullivan. In seventh was Pourchaire. In eighth was Slater. In ninth was Guven. In 10th was Voisin. In 11th was Pulling. In 12th was Dirksen. In 13th was Vashaw. In 14th was Barter. In 15th was Shields. In 16th was Weiss. In 17th was Aaron. In 18th was Bustamante. In 19th was Lloyd. And in 20th was Noda. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Formula Amateur. I hope you've enjoyed. Please let me know if you have any more ideas as to what I can talk about with Formula E. I would like to do more race rundowns as they come. The next race is in Berlin and that's in May, so looking forward to that. And also there is a big space between now and May in terms of racing in general, because I do want to talk about IndyCar as well, and IndyCar next. Their race is in May, the next one, and then Formula 1 isn't back until May, and Formula 2, 3 and F1 Academy aren't back till May, so we will figure out what we can talk about. Hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. Don't forget that on Monday the next race rundown for the Japanese Grand Prix before the 5-week break will come out, so have a look for that. And don't forget to check out my lovely colleagues on the Be The Change Media Network. Check out BeTheChangeMediaNetwork.com. If you're listening on any podcasting platforms, you can also check this out in video form on the Be The Change Media Network YouTube channel, along with all of my colleagues. So as I said, have a lovely weekend and I'll see you on Monday.